Hey guys, I just got done with my first full day of teaching remotely. It is so crazy. It's done. And I feel so much better than I thought I would at the end of the day. So many things actually went really well for me, and I'm going to share those with you. Today, I did 3 hours of synchronous learning and 3 hours of asynchronous broken up throughout the day. And it really was very successful. So I just want to encourage you all that you guys can do this. I know it seems overwhelming and very daunting, and this is all new for us. But you guys can definitely do it. You have it in you. And I feel like we're just kind of in our heads more so than we need to be. And I just want to share some of the things that were really helpful for me for my first day with being successful. So one of those things are these mute and unmute signs that I made. I simply just took the mute and unmute button from my Google Meet sessions and printed it, laminated it, and pasted it to a popsicle stick. So especially with your younger students, I teach kindergarten. This visual really helps them understand what buttons to press and when to press it. So the rest of what I'm going to show you is going to be on my computer screen, and I'm going to share what I did and shared with my students that made this day way easier than I expected it to be. Okay. Okay, guys, one of the things that was so helpful today was going ahead and posting my daily schedule to Seesaw. I made a video a couple of days ago about how to make this daily schedule, and I'm so happy that I did. I kind of made it last minute, and it was so helpful for my day. And because my students, have a lot on their minds, they need help, they're kindergarteners. This just made it so clear on where they needed to go, how they needed to get there, what they needed to bring with them. And it was amazing. Had no problems with my students coming to my lessons at the right time. I had no problem with them completing their journals at the correct time. They were in their specials class at the correct time. It was seriously such a lifesaver to have this for them. And I'm pretty sure they felt the same way. Another resource that I used a lot today was called a classroom screen. And it's just classroomscreen.com. And it's so nice to have. I actually learned about this website a couple of years ago, and I'm so glad that I remembered it because it is a lifesaver right now. We have so many different features that go in to this website, and you can enable what you want, disable what you don't want. And it's just a really cool interactive screen that has everything that you need. I chose today to use a random name selector. So you put in your class list, and I obviously put fake names this time, but it chooses who you want to, share. Instead, I didn't have room for an anchor chart. So, I'm using this anchor chart here. I'm asking the questions. I wrote in what I would normally write on a paper anchor chart. And it was really easy and nice to use. This, I was able to show my face and display this at the same time, ask the kids the questions, click on who it is that I want to answer, and then write down what they said. I also use this little traffic light down here for think time. So especially in kindergarten, but in any grade, it's so important to give your students think time. So I would go ahead and tell them, go ahead and start thinking while it was in green. And then when we get to yellow, it's time to wrap up your thoughts. And then when we're on red, we're going to stop and then share out. And then again, I use the random name selector. So if you don't want to write or you want to draw something, they also have a drawing board here that you can open up, and you can customize what color you're using. You can draw. It's basically a whiteboard. And they have timers, a stopwatch. These are really cool. They're called work symbols. And they basically tell you how you want your kids interacting with each other. Do you want them to be silent thinking, whispering, asking a neighbor, or working together. This is useful virtually, but super useful when you use it in person as well, because I also use this in my actual class. They have these dice features. We can choose 1, 2, or 3 dice, whatever you want. So this was really helpful to kind of just display everything I would normally put up on my whiteboard or on my Promethean board and have it all in one place. So that's the classroom screen. And the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is this feature that you have if you use any type of Mac product. If you swipe up with 3 fingers, you get this thing called desktop. So this basically just recreates your entire desktop for you. And I have a 5th one open now for this video, but what I have is my normal desktop that I'm using for like emails and all of that other things. And then I have a desktop for each of my lessons, my live lessons. So all of the things I needed open for my morning meeting, I had in this desktop already prepared, ready to go. So when it was time for this session, I simply just clicked on desktop 2 and everything I needed. My morning meeting Bitmoji room was there. My attendance sheet was there. Literally everything I needed. I didn't have to sit there and open everything up in between screens. Then I had another desktop for my ELA live lesson, and then a third one for my math lesson. So being able to separate all of your information ahead of time so that you're not really like rushing in between these lessons is really, really valuable. You can feel so much more at ease by not having a million tabs open at one time and just having what you need during that specific session. Okay, so those are the things that I found to be extremely helpful today. I am so interested to know how your first day goes, or how it's went, if you've already done it, and share any tips and tricks that you have that will make any of our lives easier. I love that we're all in a community that's working together right now. So good luck. And as always, please subscribe to my channel, Loving Little Learners. Thank you.